Alright, let's talk to this girl here without crying, hopefully, this time. We are an officer
Hello
of the
again.
law. The girl looks up at you for a moment before turning back to her work. Can we talk for a minute?
I was wondering when you would come around. What's up?
I guess there's something that's been making my life hell. Really?
What is it?
I think it's the plight of the working class. Everyone's just mooching off the entrepreneur class, tackling the doers. All these foreign peoples. People just keep putting their selfish interests ahead of the greater good. Yeah, sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no one understands that sometimes you've got to make sacrifices for the sake of progress. It's all very distressing.
So, the thing that's got you crying in front of strangers is the slow pace of social progress?
Don't get me wrong, I'm all for slow and steady progress. I just wish people would be a little more reasonable, is all. Probably not it. Pretty sure something. Now I had some questions about something else entirely. I guess I'll say yeah.
Okay, so you're not that upset, it sounds like.
I told you, I'm highly distressed by this state of affairs. Great.
Uh-huh. And you're sure it's social progress you're distressed about, and not, I don't know, some chick?
I'm positive. Now I had some questions for you before all this started.
Go ahead.
What's your name?
Estelle.
And your surname? Asel, who? I'm not a young suitor. This is official police business. And your surname?
Why?
I'm from the police. It's for the paperwork. Yeah, paperwork.
Okay, it's Berger.
Burger. Alright, a seal burger.
A very common name.
Hmm.
You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
What's that device you have there?
This
She
is a
breathes.
portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
Huh. It's portable, so there's no wires.
Actually, just one wire.
Huh.
I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What is a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
She's recording sounds from in the ice. Some scientist, I guess?
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Any news about my wife's name? How would a mother know? What am I supposed to do with this? Let's not insult her.
No idea.
Huh. Does that into contact mic? How does that thing work? Yeah, how does that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know.
Hmm.
Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
And where did you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum.
What's the Palaceum?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum?
She forgets herself
It's
for a
the
moment.
coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole.
Really?
It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in
Oh,
Jamrock.
great.
Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Place for homosexuals. Come on, man. Sounds interesting. Who is this Arno guy?
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
It means I'm hip beyond my years, nor do I, but I have concrete evidence that I rock. In the form of a wrecked tape player and completely trashed hotel room. Neither do I actually. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Get down, grind. It means I'm hip beyond my years. Yeah.
That's cool.
She breathes on her fingers. Looks like she doesn't know what to say. You're right. Time has deserted me.
Sucks, man.
She squints
Is
her eye
there
for a
something
second.
else? About the contact mic, perhaps?
I hurt my own morale. Does this have anything to do with contact mic? He's
Yeah, I
confused.
record stuff with it.
No, I mean the boxer, contact mic.
No. This is a contact microphone. It's for
Microphone.
recording inside solid objects. Contact mic just beats people up.
You know, contact mic doesn't just beat people up. Contact mic is a role model. Yeah.
An entire litany spews forth.
So great. Yes, you heard right. You should try to be more like Contact Mac, a successful athlete and inspirational figure who has overcome social, physical, and mental obstacles. On second thought, screw Contact Mac. He's not a champion. You are. Look at you here in front of a saggy tent, picking your nose to drug-addled music. The world of sports is in awe of your faith and dedication. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. There was something else I wanted to know. You know what? Yeah, inspiration.
Man, you are one weird cop.
One weird cop. This isn't about me. This is about your lack of respect for one of boxing's greatest and for yourself. Yeah.
What is it with you and this mic guy?
She pauses. The question is rhetorical.
Okay, if it floats your boat, I'll be more like Contact Mike and less like me.
Yes, that self-respect is not meant to float any boats but your own. Alright.
I'll keep that in mind for future use.
She turns to check on a tape recorder. Actually, I had some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what is it you're recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones.
Great.
I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
Measure the foot head. Okay. What happened to the 4 headphones? Yeah.
My boyfriend sold them.
Sold them? What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
He doesn't sound like a good boyfriend then.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
And what are these recordings for? The cracks, the footsteps?
The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music.
Cracking ice?
They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Just not.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
She rubs her shoulders and looks around.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
It's true.
The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible, like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. The wave of chill, the quivering jaw, indications of a drug high.
Ooh, you're high.
Take this, you're cold.
The lieutenant begins to take off his jacket. He's a nice guy.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
The lieutenant backs up. He throws you a glance. I like my hat. What you mean? Oh, here you need this more than I do. Take my damn hat.
Thanks.
She puts it on and it's a bit large for her. You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is?
That?
She
The
nods
boys think
towards the
it could be a
church.
place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really
She pauses for a
not
moment.
going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
And who are these boys?
The boys?
Yeah, Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
Really? It's a small tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
You mean like those headphones your boyfriend sold?
Yep, they were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those.
Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze? Yeah.
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
I had some other questions.
Go ahead.
The tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up. Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church.
It's supposed to become like a club for Nordic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum.
Okay.
Except that, yeah,
She looks at the old wooden church up on the poles. As a mean wind comes bellowing in, the 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek. Okay, what is Nordic dance music?
you know, a Nordic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
What dance did I just get? Hey, come on. Door Gunner Megamax. Oh, yeah. Alright, whatever. Electronic instruments like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
Okay, so you want to turn the church into a club.
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it.
They can't even take it. She nods towards sloping mass of wood on the coast and then shivers.
Hey, you two are cops.
Yes, why do you ask?
Okay, well,
She hesitates.
maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys. Because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
I'll talk to them.
They're inside that thing there.
She points to
Would
the
be
tent.
cool if you did. Was there something else?
Did you put the padlock on the church door?
No,
No?
not really, no.
Then who did?
She's trying to get out of a direct lie with semantic tricks. She personally didn't put the padlock on the door.
Show the sticker on your ledger so this isn't yours. Okay, if you personally didn't, then who did?
Yeah, you know, that's what I meant. Noid did. Noid put the padlock on the door.
Wait, is this Noid a friend of yours?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
And why did Noid person put a padlock on the church door?
To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry.
She
It's
rattles
got
her
the
teeth.
worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about him, he'll tell you.
Okay, enough about the church, then I had another question.
Go ahead.
You seem surprisingly comfortable with being questioned. Why is that?
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
It is what cops do, yeah.
Fast and clean, a good one. Can't quite say it's a lie, but it feels like one. She's better at lying than she'd like everyone to know.
Have you ever been questioned before?
Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the Revachol experience they get east of the river.
And what's east of the river?
Rich people. Rich people are east of the river.
Look, awestruck. Who are these rich people? They sound wonderful. Senior, I bet they're really rich. They must be very special people. Let me guess, rich people are not from around here? Strange, if the rich people does not sell any emotions. Lean and whisper, yeah. Let me guess, these rich people are not from around here.
Aren't they?
She
I thought
seems
they were as
perplexed.
special as any of us. Just way richer.
Oh no, they're foreign bodies, agents of international capital. You only need to look close enough. Oh great, I'm becoming like that. She
Maybe
looks
you're
eastward.
right. Most of them do speak 3 languages.
So what trouble have you gotten into with the police?
The usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager.
What's the usual?
You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13. In Forberg.
It's pretty bad.
Interesting term. Time to glean some knowledge.
Wait, what is in Forberg?
Is this a rhetorical question?
No, I literally can't remember even the most basic terms sometimes. steps in.
Forberg, not in Forberg.
Ah.
It's a massive banlieue south of Jamrock Quarter. It is the largest ghetto in Revachol, possibly the world.
I know what Jamrock is, but let's say I didn't.
We are Jamrock, sort of. Martinez is called
Gain
North
XP.
Jamrock sometimes. Jamrock is also a ghetto, only smaller than Forberg.
Okay.
Jamrock is a district of Revachol comprised of the following quarters: Hox, Villa Lobos, Central Jamrock, Grand Couron, Old South, and the Valley of the Dogs. Learning is great.
Alright, we learned something. Turn to the girl. And why did you have to move out when you were so young?
My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on.
You know what? I think you've really learned something from all those times you've been questioned. Some of your lies have been pretty good. I get that. I'm a major party animal. Drinking, partying, disco music are bad for you. You know what? I think you've learned something. Some of your lies have been pretty good. Yeah, good lies. Good liar.
Thank you.
Yes, I can't even remember how many you've told or which ones I picked up on. Now another question. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Empathy. Yeah, let's crank up my empathy. Why not? I got it, so. Empathy. Here it is. Understand others. Work your mirror neurons. My mirror neurons? Cool for judges of characters, interviewers, interrogators. Empathy breaks into the souls of others and forces you to feel what's inside. It enables you to notice social cues others may miss. Perhaps a hidden sadness you could coax out a little more. A strange joy from someone who should be bereaved. Or hidden resentment you could return to harm you later. At high levels, empathy really puts you in other people's shoes. You will cry for their sorrows, punch walls to relieve their angers, and be an even more unstable cop. With low empathy, however, you will be an ungainly beast, unable to talk to anyone without upsetting them. Great, well, crank it up. Let's get our empathy up. Psyche base, learn skill, bonus some items, bonus some thoughts. Accept changes in clothes. 28%, that's better. Empathy. 14, the tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up.
The device is still
Boom.
warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice with the drugs wearing off. At your age or at any age, in this weather, waiting for it to get dark.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended it to be a better place for you, but they failed. It's easier to live in their failure than with this by your side. Tap on the tape recorder.
The wind howls. She remains silent.
I'm appealing to her. Stuff. Yeah.
It's real. Tell her.
It's not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now.
What is?
Her shoulders shake a little. The dark. Nothing. If you got this, don't be scared. I'm once again reminded of how Contact Mike rose from the slums of St. Bastille to the top of the boxing world, overcoming adversity and serious brain trauma. Nothing is coming. Nothing he wouldn't knock out in 3 rounds. The real fight is for the right attitude. Or I could say nothing if you got this, don't be scared. The dark. Yeah, don't be scared.
Okay.
Her teeth
I'll
rattle.
stick to it.
She takes the device from your president lap. I'll stick to
So,
it.
thanks, I
Of-
guess, for the psych session. I guess that means we're even?
She smiles a little. That's nice. Speaks again. Okay, good. That's it for now. Now I lost my damn hat. So I don't have a replacement too. That hat was a very good hat, dude. I like that hat. Alright, other kids inside this tent.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock, are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Hello, I got my torch.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Wait, Andre.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Alright, squeeze in.
Sorry,
He
you barely
points
have
his
room
thumb at
for
the
one.
lieutenant. Great,
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
great.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
He gestures for you to squeeze in. Sure, I guess. It's got some music here. What's up? Smells like sweat and laundry detergent, plus a trace of ether. Alright, well I have no more slots, so I could have put other things. Now some of these are not very good. So like, Goutemé La Milan is fine. This is fine. Volumetric shit compressor, fine. Fine. Ace is high, it's fine. This not so fine. Logic, it does crank up volition, but it pushes logic down. Regular law official also puts stuff down. And like this is good, but like some of them not so much. What's this? Canisters filled with what appears to be water. The label says distilled. Okay. A speaker, the big kind they use for live music. A racketeer disappeared, surging through the megasphere. A pile of nasal sprays, brand name Nosafed Ultra. Hey
You
Andre.
see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He
Great.
puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello?
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
Okay.
This is my posse, Noid.
Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
Okay, you with the ribs. Alright.
And Egghead.
Egghead.
Egg!
The tape player high above his head continues to blast with what is probably hypnotic music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now,
Yeah.
doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Wait, how many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
Of pipeline, huh? So none.
That means they haven't set up a single one yet.
Great. Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
For free.
Also for talent.
Talent, of course.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
So you got this abandoned place.
Place is a shithole.
Great.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. The place is pretty bad. Next time, watch yourself. Was there something you wanted? Your friend Adele said there was a problem with the church. Yeah.
Ah, so you've met her. Good, good.
He nods.
Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Amazing.
Dopeheads!
Yep, dope heads.
Burnouts!
He actually spits on a screw, then starts cleaning it. Amazing.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Great.
Strike that! The world!
The world, yes.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there were the worst kind.
Really?
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
What kind?
The spooky kind.
What do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre. and a place of spiritual refuge.
You just want to make a nightclub. Come on, man.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
That's true. It is abandoned.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Great.
Thank you, Egghead.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I'll look into it. Tell me more. Yeah.
Alright, man.
He clapped his hand enthusiastically.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Estelle told me Noid put the padlock on the door. Why?
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
You locked them all in?
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
How long have those people been locked in there? Yeah.
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
He shrugs. How can you be sure they haven't starved to death? Yeah.
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
You locked them in there. You probably. Oh god.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
Andre, you know what involuntary manslaughter means?
Yes, I do. I listen to Channel 8 all the time. I know about crime stuff, and I assure you, officer, this is not what's happening here. I'm at least 80% sure they're alive.
80, huh?
I mean, come on. Most people aren't ever that alive in their entire lives.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
He pauses to think.
What does anything mean, really?
Oh, you're not fooling me with that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He looks at his friend with an expression of profound understanding. Yeah, I get your drift.
I knew you'd get it. You're one smart cop.
I get it. Now, where was I with that padlock?
He nods attentively, ready to answer the questions of one smart cop.
I need the key.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
Give me the key.
Alright.
The speed freak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key. Then he makes a sudden cool infused move, tossing it in a general direction. Yeah, be the cool cop. Catch the key as it flies towards you.
It's as
Oh,
if time
God.
is frozen somehow. You think you can sense the key moving in the air. Yeah, this is going to be way cool.
Don't ruin the cool by overdoing it. Raise your hand in front of your face and any more effort. It's gonna smack me in the face, man.
Blam! Straight in the eye. Straight in the old eye hole. In the looking ball.
That's bad.
A stabbing pain. Tears stream uncontrollably from your right eye.
Ouch, goddamn asshole. What is wrong with you? Can't you see I'm in pain now? Great.
Man, I'm super sorry. That was totally my bad. I got overexcited. Threw him too hard. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Bend your face in a mockery of his useless contraction. You almost eye murdered me, a cop. That use of lethal force.
I really am sorry, man.
Oh god.
Just take this, okay?
He pulls out some black paper from his belt back.
Wow, looks like there's quite a lot there.
That's the least you could do. Take the money.
I hope that settles it.
25 real.
Oh, wait.
25 real. My god, that's a lot. Let's do that.
The key?
He cautiously hands you the yellow keyring. Dude, that was a lot of
He
money.
is shifting in his spot, uncomfortably, still feeling sorry for the mishap.
Yeah, you feel sorry. Thanks for the money though. 50.
We
That's
were
a lot.
talking about the padlock, I think.
Right, other question.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Who exactly are these people inside the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
You haven't even seen them and you want the police involved? Yeah.
Well,
He leans
there's
in for
also
emphasis.
the machinery.
Machinery.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
Really? Machines, huh?
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
It's feeling, huh?
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
Amazing.
No, the other one.
Other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
But you haven't physically seen anyone, so no one's probably dead then.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. but that's kinda it.
What was that about something watching you?
Like, you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
You think there's a ghost in there. Amazing.
Not human, as in a ghost. Do you know what he means?
I don't think so.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
I think it's just paranoid kids.
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
Great.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Amazing.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures and not known for climbing walls.
Are you sure there was a crab man?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. The cell was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
There's probably like a small crab in there. It makes sense.
So he hasn't even been in there lately. Is he afraid?
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
Great.
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
Can you tell me more about this machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
So how can you be sure there's burnouts and dopeheads if you haven't even seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
You're sure, but even though you're not sure. Okay.
This is a below feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Wow, you can't, but you do. I should add weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire.
Hey now, I'm
Farouz is bro.
70% sure they're substance abusers.
The number's going down, man.
Don't let all that technology fool you.
He
Where do
makes
you
little
think the
quotation
drugs come
marks with
from?
his fingers when he says technology. Okay, let's talk about something else.
Sure. What?
You mentioned some kind of facilities own the church. Who are these? Oh god. Facilities.
Oh yeah,
Man.
that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
Great.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Now humor me, Andy. What is the founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation.
And
And they have roots in ancient mass society.
he pauses.
And they're the custodians of the Pericanassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
Now, Andre, in your opinion, would this ancient religious organization want anoints who anoints the innocents want a club for anodic music in one of their churches? Yeah,
Totally.
totally. There isn't a trace of doubt in his voice.
The Pericanassian church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericanassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance.
He violently shakes the tape as if to see if he can break it.
Love is hardcore.
Amazing.
Unity.
Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
He turns the volume up, then looks at you with a knowing nod as if it's obvious he will now break into dance.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the bass, as if testing the waters.
I don't understand what you're talking about. What is a posse? I guess love can be pretty hardcore. I now understand it was lame of me to suggest otherwise. Anodic music is about love and so is Pinnack is easy in church. No, this is too much. No sane organization with this level of absurdity in their church. No words, enjoy the beat. Nod your head.
Feels good.
Yeah, I'm vibing now. I don't understand what you're talking about. What's a posse?
Your posse's like your people, man. Like you got your cut posse. You look out for each other and you party together. That's a posse.
Makes sense.
And where is your posse, detective? Nothing comes to you. The world is silent.
I guess love can be pretty hardcore.
Oh yeah, it can.
It can.
He's coming around.
He nods at his
You're
friend,
getting it.
then turns to you with a mischievous grin. It sounds like you're just saying random things. Love, posse, make noise.
Are we?
He looks at you mysteriously.
Yeah.
The one with the large head really enjoys it when his friend gets mysterious. I now understand it was lame of me to suggest otherwise. Anodic music is about love and so is to Pinnack is easy in church. I mean, no one's using it. You know, whatever.
Yeah. Yakokata, the place to be.
Great.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
His friend forms a fist with a screwdriver still in his hand, approvingly so.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
Yes,
The
maybe.
one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head. waiting for your body to start moving.
Body stop moving now.
You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if they get this club going. You've got it in you.
I wanted to ask about this tent full of equipment. Why you have so much money?
Yes. What?
I see you bought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even is running water.
And it's distilled too.
Oh.
He doesn't know what to say. Is it
It's the
distilled?
one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
Hate to tell you, but it reeks of sweat in here.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Told you we have a smell problem.
He picks up his telephone cord and inspects it. Wait, I also smell ether. Why?
Ether? I don't smell ether. Do you, Noid?
No.
It's mixed the peculiar chemical scent, like laundry detergent.
He sniffs the air, then shrugs.
You're cooking something in here, aren't you?
It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug related. They look and act like the kind of guys who've done their fair share. Unlike the girl outside, however, the boy's breathing is regular. Their jaws stay put and their pupils aren't dilated, so they're not under the influence currently.
Okay.
At least not under the influence of stimulants. That doesn't rule out hallucinogens, benzos, some depressants. How do you know all this?
I'm a cop, that's why. What's with all the Nosafed?
The what now?
He leans into here. You point at the bottles of nasal spray in the corner. That's Nosafed Ultra. You have a lot of it lying around. Yeah.
Oh, the old Ultra.
What?
He's like an actor looking to the souffleur for his line.
Yep. What's the line?
I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
Sound fine to me.
Yes.
You're not
That's all
energetically.
Nosafed's doing. Without the noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Really?
No,
Don't think so.
Safed is the shit.
Can I have some? I have some nose problems too.
Sure. Here
He
you
picks
go,
up one
officer.
from one of the con hands it to you.
noser. Blast away.
Alright, enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Maybe everything isn't quiet as quiet as you've been told. Take a moment to analyze. Shit, convinced you were a smart cop. Oh god. SL was high, unexplained ether smell, unexplained Nosafed, headphones were sold. Come on, do it.
Well,
Ah.
first of all, you're a smart cop, and a smart cop like you would understand if something wasn't quite right. So this should be easy.
Rub your chin. What's the gist of it?
The gist of it is, they want to turn the church into a club, but a suspicious element has overtaken the building. It's very important to understand what the gist of things is.
I'm just done.
Always consult the gist before making up your mind. This is going well.
Great.
Plus, and it has to be considered, you can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church. That settles it. Analysis complete. Their story checks out.
No, it doesn't. But apparently I'm a smart cop. I need more logic. That's it for
As
now.
always, we'll be right here.
Be careful in
Waiting
there, officer.
patiently for the news. Yeah.
Tell us how it goes. Yeah, we'll be here. Alright. Help ravers at a nightclub. The ravers asked you to help turn the church into a dance club, but there are already some people inside. Find out who people are and what they want. How is my logic not high enough? You'd have so much logic. +5 from intellect base. Your capacity to reason. I need XP, man. Hey,
A
you.
young man
Egghead.
with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape player,
Ooh.
nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says,
What does he say?
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore!
You're just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you?
Skibbity, skibberdanger. I am the rearranger.
Amazing.
your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do?
Solve the egghead puzzle. There has to be some way to talk to this person. You just haven't found it yet. It is afraid not about science. What if you try again? Find a way out of this maze of things to say.
The young man with the tape recorder acknowledges your return. When he looks at you, he squints as though you were the setting sun.
This is hardcore.
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega.
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Still say nothing.
Hardcore! Alright! Yeah!
Say nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime, invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
I got him, I think.
Hardcore! Ah!
He lets out an agonized roar over the feeblish, obviously not too hardcore beat below. No, seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
Just answer the question. That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question?
Oh god.
Back to the heavyweight jam!
Says a young man with a tape player and the large booty boots, long-shaped trees proud on his silver belt buckle.
Hardcore!
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
But is it? I mean, really?
Yeah!
Yeah.
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yeahs and args. This produces a guttural, Gutwaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it.
Amazing.
Or maybe it's not Gutwaldian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now?
So is this the famous Van Eyck I'm hearing?
You know about him?
He moves his mouth, the sound doesn't come out. His eyes are the size of saucers. Looks like you've rendered him speechless.
You know Van Eyck?
Yeah, your friend SL mentioned him.
Good, good.
The Advent?
The Advent. Oh god.
We're close.
Says a young man with the tape player and the large booty of boots. Okay.
True, hard, full, car.
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
But is it? I mean, really?
This young man, or maybe it's not Gutwaldian.
Yeah.
I to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation mark.
Great.
Yeah!
Yeah.
He missed
Good.
one A.
You missed an A there. I yelled mine with 6 A's, so you did it with 6 too.
I'm the hard rhymer, the track attacker, the mic enforcer, the sixth checker. I am the law.
Amazing.
We're close.
True, hard, full, car.
Say nothing.
Hardcore.
But is it?
This young, or maybe
yeah.
it's not Gutwaldian.
Famous
know
Van Eyck?
about-
You know Van Eyck?
I'm a major eye kid.
Wow.
Wow.
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I. So am I.
He begins to shake his head so everyone will understand.
Oh.
Andrew almost
Is
falls over
that
backwards
why
with
they call you
realization.
Egghead? Because
Because he's a eye kid.
A-Kid to the mega. The K became the G. The boy became the man.
Great.
The Advent?
Oh god.
We're close.
We're close.
True, hard, full, car.
Say nothing.
Hardcore.
Still say
Hardcore
nothing,
to the
say
internally
nothing.
Coherent.
I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary hanging behind the whirling in rags hostel.
Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeko Kata, the place to be.
You said that before. Why is his Yakota the place to be? What does that mean?
Yeko Kata is a hardcore place.
Amazing.
Yekokata is an abbreviation from the Gradian term, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe,
Amazing.
an agricultural mega-project in the extreme southeast of the Gradian Isola. It involved cutting-edge approaches to irrigation and a completely new type of fertilizer.
A zone of ecological catastrophe.
An intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth, intermittent seas of phosphorus mud, ripped tarpaulin fluttering in the wind. A pair of molten rubber boots also comes to mind. All in all, a truly hardcore place.
Great. Still can't talk to him.
We're close.
True, hard, hardcore.
Say
hardcore,
nothing, say
internally
nothing, say nothing.
hardcore.
He
Say
furrows
nothing.
his brow.
Hardcore. Ah.
No.
The question is, what is the question?
Just answer the question.
But there was no question.
Oh, great.
We're close.
True, hard, hardcore.
Say
hardcore,
nothing, say
internally
nothing, say nothing,
hardcore.
He
say nothing.
furrows his
Hardcore.
So
Is it
hardcore.
though?
He stops dead in his tracks, tilting his head to the side. It is.
What is it? I mean, really?
He tilts head to the side like an owl. The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
Yeah, he frowns, then starts bobbing his head back and forth once more.
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
He turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51.
Okay.
Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
He thinks for a moment and his expression clears.
It's like it's only ultra.
Ultra, great.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
Amazing.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
It's proto, not hardcore at all.
Wow! Culture cop!
Culture cop, great.
I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
Sounds especially like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question? Try to think of anything that could make it harder core. Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police. I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra. Try to think of anything that if anything could make it harder core.
What?
He looks at you with
Guys,
customary amazement.
There's something happening in his head.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
Am I doing it?
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
He laughs and shakes his head. Sounds especially like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
Great. Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police.
Uh-huh.
The young man is bursting with anticipation. Nothing. Me being the police isn't gonna help us.
Oh.
I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra.
Yeah!
He's not even satisfied, disappointed. Maybe your body can tell you what Arno Van Jack's amp is missing to make it harder core. I need physical instrument and I'm an expert in anondic music apparently. Are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
So that you're not a thought reader, you're a communist.
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell.
Great.
He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though.
Oh, great, okay.
Yeah! With a rebel yell!
Does that mean you're a thought reader?
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as fault reading.
Great.
Yeah! Revolution imperative!
Amazing.
Unless you were thinking Revolution imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with Ed's yelling. I know what you mean.
You're right, I wasn't thinking that.
Hardcore superstar!
But why aren't you a communist? Is good not a communist anyway? Best not be a extreme views on issues detrimental to understanding of all sides. Try something else.
Yeah!
Is your real name Jermaine?
Dark Hard Hardcore! Jermaine Egghead!
Uh-huh.
Basically, yes it is.
Why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love!
L'amour, la compassion, la auto-discipline?
Love!
He yells
In a
suddenly.
woman's lungs! Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid! This strange, damaged feeling grows on, 'cause I've never loved someone like you before!
Okay, alright, goodbye, kid.
Alright! Here comes the night!
Amazing. I need more physical instrument. So give me clothes that give me physical instrument. Suggestion, servo failure, chemistry. Physical instrument, come on. There you go, white tank top. Crank up my physical instrument. Logic, composure, savoir faire. Alright, that's one physical instrument with the tank top.
The large-headed youth.
Good morning! Yeah!
42%,
Pump it
nice.
up!
He
Pump it
shouts,
up!
apparently never at the time of the
Pump it
day.
up!
Boom.
No,
Ah.
that would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things. Things like discus, javelin, and 400-meter hurdles. Discus.
Alright, goodbye again. Unfortunate. Alright, put our dress shirt on. Give us more logic. Hey,
So
back
you
there.
had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Lloyd.
Yeah.
Good.
Skin shows through the holes in the Speed Freak's too large sweater. In front of him, an open toolbox full of carpentry tools and parts. Alright.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
He runs his hand through his hair, which is combed back in mock seriousness, and continues to fiddle with some gears. What is sign?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
He continues to rearrange his tools. Great. I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about it?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
I can show it to you.
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
I mean this one. Show the sticker on your ledger.
Oh, wow. Right on your cop ledger. You like it?
It's very modern. I'd like to learn something. I'd like to learn more about it.
You're right. It's the harbinger of a new era. What would you like to know?
What's it supposed to be?
The dead guy smiling.
And what does it mean? Why is the dead guy smiling?
He defeated history.
Great.
We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie.
Amazing.
So are its deaths.
Great.
The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death.
Expels death, huh?
Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
I'm thinking we should sell this.
It should be sold,
He nods.
but not by us.
Alright, what makes the sticker so modern?
Simplicity was brought to us by classical solarist modernism, but that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right?
I guess. I don't know what that is.
Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The echo of man's loss, haunting him.
Great.
The sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing.
You come up with this stuff by yourself?
Not alone. Many people are thinking the same thing right now. There's a gathering at the Elysium. The beat is the same for all.
Great. I think we've exhausted the subject of now for now.
I guess one
Yeah.
could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
What about now? Are the signs alright now?
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment.
What?
You heard me.
He examines a small metal bolt in his hand. Great, he's just talking nonsense. What can you tell me about the machines you saw in the church?
Weird stuff.
Hmm.
Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long wave machinery.
Long wave, huh?
Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
Great.
The People's Republic of Samara is a product of Revachel's sister revolution on the Gran Isola. It's known as a severely degenerated rogue state.
Don't be so hard on Samara. They are all alone in the world. Half of what we know about them is just propaganda. What's wrong with the supernatural? The supernatural, so you think it's real and it really exists. Don't be so hard on them.
I know, man. I was just talking about the aesthetic.
And what's wrong with the supernatural?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it though.
The supernatural, you really think it's real and that it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs.
Amazing.
Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Good. Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
Picks up some sort of a widget. I don't understand what that means, yeah.
I can see that. Further sign matching would do good for us.
Great.
One way to achieve sign synchronicity would be by getting us into the church.
Alright, I'll come back later, I guess. I don't have enough points still. What do you want out of 100? We'll see.
Huh?
Up to you.
Hi again. So, how things go? As always, we'll be right here.
Yeah, everyone knows that. We'll just walk out now. Okay, so I need to figure out what's going on here. Obviously, they don't want to set up in the church. They're doing something else here. There you go. Spoke to your friends.
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks up as you approach.
Hello?
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean.
I'll help you, alright.
Great.
You
Let us
shivers.
know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here.
The others told you went inside the church. What did you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
Tell me, still.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
We'll see. Go ahead and tell me. Yeah.
Okay.
She nods.
I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe.
Okay.
She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Okay, go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent.
I think you were high.
He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Great.
Like a crab, you say?
The lieutenant nods. His face is stone. And what does this crab man look like?
It was too dark.
Shakes her
I
head.
couldn't tell exactly.
Come on, she obviously could. She already went into detail.
Come on, quit stalling on me. What did he look like?
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
A crab and a banger?
The lieutenant raises an eyebrow.
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw.
A gangster crab man. Yeah, I don't believe you.
I don't blame you. I mean, I wouldn't believe me either. I'm surprised Noid did. Andre I expected, but Noid...
Shakes her head. I'll let you know more about your associates.
My associates?
She blows on her chilled
I
fingers.
haven't got much to say about them.
Answer the question, please.
Sorry. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
To the cops.
What about yourself? Tell me something about yourself.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
Okay, maybe I'll ask later about this.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
You could also talk about her associates. Alright. Sing the signs with Noid. Good. Okay. She won't talk about her friends. But we're supposed to make her. Anyway, I have the key now. So I could just walk in, see what's going on here. You say there's some kind of weird stuff going on? Well, count me interested. I do indeed have a torch and a bag full of bottles and stuff. I smash that over someone's head, you know, that would do some good damage. Some would say. I would say anyway. I walk quite far for this plastic. I don't even know where you sell the plastic. Alright, we go in now.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Open the padlock with the key.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
The lieutenant nods on you. Pull on the doors.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city.
Great. Alright, we're going into this creepy place. We have a torch though. And a bag full of bottles and stuff. That's a pretty weird looking place. Oh, that's a weird statue too. Huh. More of the fork lightning patterns you saw outside. Bark beetles? No, it looks intentional. Some long forgotten style. Huh. What the hell is this? Statues? This grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. It was a church. Big one. The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Someone was doing some kind of scientific experiment here. Yeah, that is a big machine. This bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore.
Great.
Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums.
Some kind of resonance?
It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual. Sounds like the Pale.
How do I know what the Pale sounds like?
From recordings of the Far Pale. You've heard them. We all have.
The Pale is coming here? That's pretty bad.
You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Stomp your feet and clap your hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Yell as loud as you can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Turn to Kim. What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
This is weird.
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing. It's beginning to worry me. Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
I don't think it's acoustics. So maybe it is.
Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises.
Whatever it is definitely real. Something odd is happening around us.
The
Yeah.
lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you.
Look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Perception. Challenging. Try to see beyond the shadow. Come on. Boom. Success. What do we see? It's a big light fan. I don't know what the hell that is.
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
On the ceiling?
Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
Follow the shadow's movements.
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
I mean, I don't see it here.
Officer, is there something up there?
The lieutenant follows your gaze. I want to see whatever it is you are seeing.
Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it go?
This is a horror game. I'm gonna blink. Something's gonna happen. Yep, definitely. Oh, no, that's a human.
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes.
Yeah, no, I see it.
Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Hello. Hey, man.
The shadow is a man. A man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently.
It's a wooden statue man.
The crab man.
Hey, who's there?
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Oh, I can speak.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes.
Oh.
But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
Tiago. So I guess you're not a wooden man. You're just a man.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesque and a district in Jamro. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesques in Revachol.
The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
I'm not drinking anymore.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
He's walking around up there.
Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Sheesh.
I'm a policeman. I didn't talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use.
Oh yeah, sure.
His eyes remain fixed on yours.
You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Way. I can smell the control all the way over here.
I'm doing just fine, thank you.
I know it's hard to admit that you got a problem.
Good.
I was like you once. Couldn't take an honest look into my own heart and see I was in pain.
I'm not using anymore.
You
Shut
know,
up.
Actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Alcohol central to my identity. The stupid, I don't even know what that is. All that's well and good, but we need to talk about the unlicensed occupation of excellenting property.
The only thing we need to talk about is how the mother can really help you, Holmes.
His voice sound echoes in the old, cold air of the church.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence.
Great.
You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your
I
game?
think it's a religious nut who's just gone mad.
Whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways.
He does sway pretty gracefully.
'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
Some ravers want to run this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me.
Wait, so do they have reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
Anymore, huh? So what do you think about the nightclub, that is?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go.
Right.
Might even be nice to have some company.
You must be the crab man.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
To be fair, it's really more like a spider.
I always thought of myself more like a flame,
Flame, huh?
flickering along the rafters and beams.
He pauses.
It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
You do look like a Spider-Man, definitely.
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there?
Wait, did you also carve all these sculptures? Point at the nearest pillar.
Sure am.
Mm-hmm.
Whittling wood used to be something I just did to busy my hands. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness.
You're promoting the objectification of women with your regeneracy deception of female bodies. Huh. You got some nice curves going there.
It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it.
What were you before you became a crab man and a wood carver?
I was in a gangway,
Huh.
but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
So you used to be in a gang, but you don't really remember it. Sounds convenient.
Convenience has got nothing to do with what goes on.
Unbelievably
up there.
boring. Oh god. He gazes up at the ceiling.
There's a profound longing in that gaze, like he wants to be one with whatever is up there, shrouded in darkness.
I think he's just on drugs, maybe?
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak,
So to speak, what?
your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
My name's Harry. Extend a hand greeting. Let's see if he comes down.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
He ignores your hand. Its limbs mere shadows below the ceiling. What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there,
Oh,
a way out into nothingness.
the void, huh? He
This
nods
church
to a
was
ceiling.
built around it for purposes of veneration.
I see.
I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
Who is this mother of silence you keep talking about? Yeah.
Oh, that's no simple question, I said. She is one who can be painted or sculpted.
Great.
She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
What'll happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated,
Incinerated.
but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
Okay, religious mumbo jumbo, alright.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
You sure you didn't just switch from one drug to another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
Faith is a kind of drug.
I heard that before, Way,
He shakes his head.
and I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover? regretting what you did last night.
Let's agree to disagree for now.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it.
I still don't understand what you're doing in
I
this
know
church.
it will take time. Don't sweat it.
Great. What are you doing in this church?
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Can you sing for me? Sing. It doesn't really make sense for you to sing if she's the mother of silence. Yeah. You laugh.
I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. This is the mother of silence we're talking about. It's the singing of a burning heart.
Great.
You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning. The flames themselves are without sound.
Amazing. How did you even find this place, this church?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was.
The silence, the
Been
void.
spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, way. It didn't belong to me.
Right, I had other questions.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
You've been here a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
He responds, his voice suddenly flat.
Did you witness it?
Not really, or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
So some kind of void shit is going on up there. Do you know where the other spooker is? Point at the strange machines around you.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa.
He laughs.
Don't know, Holmes.
You don't know, huh?
The Aita is Grandma?
So there is another person living in the church? And it's a Virita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young.
He scratches his head.
Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
And you don't know where she is?
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you've got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who she is?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
He shrugs.
Or search through a radio computer.
Alright then, thank you. Floating man.
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, yes. So what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill.
Technical, huh?
Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment.
And that's art.
In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
And where would I fit in the art world? Yeah.
Have you looked in the mirror lately? To be honest, you have the exact features of the modern artist, with that wild hair and those clothes. Perhaps you should try to write poetry someday and critique architecture.
Hold on. Is architecture also art?
Of course not. It's autism,
Autism.
box drawing,
Great.
masturbation with a ruler and a sextant or whatever they use.
Come on.
You should demean and criticize the genteel institution of
Architecture is like art. Come on.
while extolling the virtues of the pure arts.
What about music? Is it art?
Only the most experimental kind.
Great. I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real living art here. Become the art cop.
Art cop.
Half art critic, half cop.
Wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that?
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Okay, 50% art critic is what's needed. Free me from road reputation, so be it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not
For
only
actual
your
art degree.
duty to only catch the criminals off the street. You must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world.
Amazing. I'm becoming an art critic.
Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Amazing. I don't have anything right now worth anything, so Sure, we'll just keep moving and search this place. For example, what the hell is in here? Mesk banger silk staff. Scarf. This huge red scarf is still dusty from lying in the church. A subtle red on red embroidery embellishes it with cocky roosters and mesk flower motifs. I think I like the +2 drama, honestly. Yellow one. A figure drawn in frost on the window, depicting a deer. Frost has drawn flowers on the grass, obscuring the rear view. Someone has left bottles here, obviously partying. A cracked pane of glass, colorful. Okay, so there's some kind of weird phenomena here. A spider has spun its web around this wood carved pillar. We got some shoes over here. Grab. Mesk bangers, red boards. These dapper snakeskin shoes have been almost invisible, white on white flower motifs soon on the tongue. The toe caps are still dusty from lying in the church. Right now, my shoes are perception. This gives empathy. You know what? I'll keep my perception shoes. A bit of money never hurt anyone. Look at some of the equipment. Portable Harman Washi tape recorder. It's possible it's recording something. Probably. That's what tape recorders are for, I believe. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. Someone siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna. What is this?
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty.
Okay. Mother of humanism.
This is her innocence, Dolores Day.
So she made this religion, I guess.
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Alright, I'll
Your
kneel.
knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Close your eyes first.
The world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you, it covers you from the wind outside.
Yeah, religious.
The ocean feels distant, its ebb and flow blocked off by the centuries-old pinewood sarcophagus around you.
Open your eyes.
The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye. Of what? Compassion? Remorse?
No one knows.
She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
It's compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same as you get up.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
Okay. Encyclopedia. How did I know this mother of humanism? Visual calculus. This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right.
He looks around.
This must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the Small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew of this place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it.
He lowers his voice.
It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
So it's old, okay.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Setsa, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials.
That's sad.
We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
Look at the machinery lying around. Yeah, something else.
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism?
Kima, you follow Dolorism. I think he is.
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
Stroke your chin first.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
Great. How did I know this is the mother of humanism? Encyclopedia.
Despite the
Boom.
damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived.
And that's why I still remember her.
No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
What exactly is innocence? I've heard of the system.
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
A hashtag of the historic individual, a ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate inauthentic rule should it coincide with our time.
So innocence is elected to office a founding party 6 times. So they rule for life. It's basically a king. Isn't it just a king? It's probably just a king. Alright.
An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities.
Right.
What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
Okay, give me a second. Alright, let me just finish this. Is one in office now?
No, we are alone.
Great. Okay, when did she rule?
300 years ago,
Oh,
in
great.
the wake of the discovery of this Isola,
Oh, she was the first one.
the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
So wait, innocence is infallible. Okay, so they are just kings. Sacred in honor and glory to live in his office. Okay. What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Suresnes, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
Okay, what else? Was she smart?
Terribly.
Terribly.
Women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess
Great.
sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman.
Great.
She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court. A court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze.
She was very powerful, I see.
She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
How come?
It was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on.
I see, okay.
She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. The DeLorean era.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest.
That's the symbol here? Okay.
Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress.
Right.
That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt.
I want more.
As did we all. The lands of the Mess and the Occident, and even far away Supra-Muindi. Altogether, 21 of the 40 mundial nations of the time immediately accepted inauthentic rule, even before her crowning.
Crowning.
In a city called Advesperaskit in Vespa Messina, her homeland, The name of the city means evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning, with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky.
She was crowned, but she was queen anyway, even before that, I see.
She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza, with the crowd far away. Already, her theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt.
So she was basically like the king, I see. A queen, whatever. She must have been beautiful.
Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother, insultingly beautiful. It was as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well, very well.
How did I know this well, huh?
Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her theriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by secret servicemen.
Then what?
One of the men in this secret service killed her.
Amazing.
22 years later. A young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else.
Something what?
Something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the Innocents.
So you thought you were like an alien or something. Okay.
Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes. This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology.
Okay. Well, there's something terrifying about her.
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But, although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her theriers.
Her guardsman.
She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the Innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state.
Great.
And then there were the resettlement programs.
What happened there?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity.
She was not a very good person, I see.
Suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court.
Maybe he killed
In
she killed him.
conclusion,
Who knows?
yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefreiter, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
The lieutenant's calm voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
She is somehow connected to the case. Glowing lungs, that's effed up. Nothing, she's looking around. She's beautiful, she's not human. She's connected to the case.
She's
maybe.
been dead for 300 years. I am almost 1,000% certain she isn't connected to the case.
He takes his glasses off to clean them.
None of this is, in fact. This church, the coast, this isn't a good place to get lost in.
I can probably do this as well, but let's turn away. We can do it next time, right? I gotta go. So I'll just quick. I probably shouldn't just quick save, right? Hit it with the full save, please. Excuse me. Thank you. Save me. and see you all in the next one.